If you are over 60, your body is not breaking down because you are old. It is breaking down because your cells are aging faster than they should. That is a very different story. For decades, aging was seen as an unavoidable decline, a simple ticking clock. But modern biology has completely changed that understanding. Aging is not just about time. It is about cellular damage, inflammation, mitochondrial dysfunction, shortened telomeres, oxidative stress, and something scientists now call inflammaging. And here's the powerful part. What you eat directly influences every one of those processes. In the past 20 years, research from institutions like Harvard, the National Institute on Aging, and major European longevity centers has revealed that food can influence gene expression. Food can activate or deactivate biological pathways linked to aging. Food can strengthen mitochondria, improve autophagy, reduce chronic inflammation, and even protect telomeres. This is not alternative medicine. This is peer-reviewed molecular biology. After the age of 60, three things accelerate rapidly inside the body. First, oxidative stress increases because mitochondria become less efficient and produce more reactive oxygen species. Second, chronic low-grade inflammation rises, even if you feel healthy. Third, cellular repair mechanisms such as autophagy slow down. The result is muscle loss, slower metabolism, brain fog, joint pain, arterial stiffness, and a weakened immune system. But what if you could influence those processes daily through targeted nutrition? What if certain foods could activate longevity genes and calm inflammatory pathways that are driving biological aging? Today we are going to explore 5 of the most scientifically studied foods shown to support cellular repair, mitochondrial function, inflammation control, and healthy aging after 60. These are not exotic powders or expensive supplements. They are real food supported by human trials, epidemiological studies, and mechanistic research. The first food is extra virgin olive oil. Not just any oil, but high polyphenol, cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. The Mediterranean populations with the highest life expectancy consistently consume it daily. But this is not just cultural tradition. Large studies such as the pre-dimed trial showed that a Mediterranean diet enriched with extra virgin olive oil significantly reduced cardiovascular events compared to a low-fat diet. Cardiovascular health is deeply connected to cellular aging because blood vessels age at the same time as mitochondria. Olive oil contains powerful polyphenols like hydroxytyrosol and oleocanthal. These compounds reduce oxidative stress at the cellular level and inhibit inflammatory pathways such as NF-κB. Oleocanthal has even been shown to act in a similar way to mild ibuprofen in reducing inflammatory signaling. Research also suggests that olive oil polyphenols improve endothelial function. The endothelium is the thin layer lining your blood vessels, and its dysfunction is one of the earliest signs of vascular aging. When the endothelium functions better, nitric oxide production improves, arteries stay flexible, and oxygen delivery to tissues improves. That means better brain function, better muscle oxygenation, and better energy. Some studies indicate olive oil consumption may also influence telomere length preservation. Telomeres are protective caps on DNA that shorten with age. Shorter telomeres are associated with increased biological aging. Diets rich in monounsaturated fats and antioxidants appear to slow telomere shortening. After 60, chronic inflammation is one of the biggest drivers of aging, and olive oil directly targets that process. It reduces markers like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6 in multiple studies. This matters because chronic inflammation accelerates muscle breakdown, insulin resistance, and even cognitive decline. Regular consumption of extra virgin olive oil supports metabolic flexibility, improves insulin sensitivity, and protects mitochondrial membranes from oxidative damage. And mitochondria are the power plants of your cells. When mitochondria function better, you do not just live longer, you feel younger. The second food is wild fatty fish such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel. Omega-3 fatty acids are among the most researched nutrients in aging science. EPA and DHA, the long-chain omega-3s found in marine fish, integrate directly into cell membranes. They improve membrane fluidity, reduce inflammation, and influence gene expression related to longevity pathways. You feel younger. Omega-3s reduce pro-inflammatory cytokines and improve resolution pathways in the immune system. But omega-3s do something even more interesting. Research has shown they may slow telomere shortening. In one study published in JAMA, individuals with higher blood levels of omega-3 fatty acids experience slower telomere attrition over time. That suggests omega-3 status may influence biological aging rate. They also improve mitochondrial efficiency. Mitochondria rely on healthy membrane composition, and omega-3s help maintain that structure. Better mitochondrial efficiency means better energy production and less oxidative stress. After 60, muscle loss accelerates. This condition, sarcopenia, is not simply cosmetic. It predicts frailty, falls, hospitalization, and mortality. Omega-3 fatty acids have been shown to enhance muscle protein synthesis in older adults, especially when combined with resistance training. They improve the muscle's response to amino acids and insulin, meaning the body uses protein more efficiently. That means better strength retention and better mobility. Brain aging is another major concern after 60. DHA is a structural component of brain tissue. Adequate intake is associated with lower risk of cognitive decline. Studies suggest omega-3 supplementation improves executive function and processing speed in older adults. The third food is deeply colored berries, especially blueberries and strawberries. Berries are rich in anthocyanins, flavonoids, and polyphenols that combat oxidative stress and inflammation. Oxidative stress is one of the central drivers of aging because reactive oxygen species damage DNA, proteins, and cell membranes. Studies suggest omega-3 supplementation improves executive function and processing speed in older adults. When Nrf2 is activated, the body increases production of its own protective enzymes like glutathione. Large observational studies have found that higher berry consumption is associated with slower cognitive decline in older women. Anthocyanins cross the blood-brain barrier and reduce neuroinflammation. They also improve blood flow to brain tissue. This improves memory and executive function. In animal models, blueberry supplementation improves neuronal signaling and reduces age-related motor decline. While animal data cannot be directly translated to humans, human trials support improved cognitive performance with berry intake. Berries also improve insulin sensitivity and reduce systemic inflammation. After 60, insulin resistance becomes more common even in non-diabetics. Insulin resistance accelerates aging by increasing oxidative stress and inflammation. Polyphenols in berries help regulate glucose metabolism and reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes. Stable blood sugar means less glycation damage. Glycation is the process where sugar molecules attach to proteins and damage them. Advanced glycation end products accumulate with age and contribute to stiff arteries, wrinkles, and organ dysfunction. By reducing glycation, berries help slow structural aging. The fourth food is cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage. These vegetables contain sulforaphane and other glucosinolates that activate detoxification pathways and enhance cellular defense mechanisms. Sulforaphane activates Nrf2, the master regulator of antioxidant response. Activation of Nrf2 increases cellular resilience against oxidative damage. By reducing glycation, berries help slow structural aging. Autophagy is the process by which cells remove damaged components and recycle them. It is one of the most important anti-aging mechanisms in the body. Autophagy declines with age, leading to accumulation of damaged proteins and dysfunctional mitochondria. Compounds in broccoli sprouts have been shown to stimulate protective cellular pathways linked to longevity. While calorie restriction is the most powerful autophagy activator, certain phytochemicals appear to mimic some of its benefits. These vegetables also support liver detoxification pathways. As we age, detoxification efficiency declines. Supporting phase 2, detox enzymes reduces toxic burden and inflammation. Chronic exposure to environmental toxins contributes to cellular stress. Sulforaphane enhances glutathione production, one of the body's most powerful antioxidants. Higher glutathione levels are associated with better immune function and reduced aging markers. The fifth food is fermented foods such as yogurt, kefir, and traditionally fermented vegetables. The gut microbiome is now recognized as a central regulator of aging. After 60, microbial diversity often declines. Reduced diversity is associated with inflammation, metabolic dysfunction, and frailty. Fermented foods introduce beneficial bacteria and promote microbial balance. Studies show that increasing fermented food intake can reduce inflammatory markers and improve immune response. Higher glutathione levels are associated with better immune function and reduced aging markers. Fermented foods improve gut barrier integrity and reduce endotoxemia. This lowers chronic inflammation. A healthier microbiome also produces short-chain fatty acids such as butyrate, which support mitochondrial function and reduce inflammation. Butyrate is known to influence gene expression and may support healthy aging pathways. When you combine these 5 foods, something powerful happens. You are not just adding nutrients. You are targeting multiple aging mechanisms simultaneously. Olive oil reduces inflammation and protects blood vessels. Fatty fish strengthens mitochondria and slows telomere shortening. Berries reduce oxidative stress and protect the brain. Cruciferous vegetables activate detox and antioxidant pathways. Fermented foods restore microbial diversity and calm systemic inflammation. Butyrate is known to influence gene expression and may support healthy aging pathways. That is what this dietary pattern does. This is why populations following Mediterranean-style diets consistently live longer and experience lower rates of chronic disease. But here is something even more important. After 60, protein intake becomes critical. While not a superfood, adequate protein preserves muscle mass. Muscle is a metabolic organ. It regulates blood sugar and influences longevity. Combining these superfoods with adequate protein and resistance exercise creates a powerful anti-aging synergy. Cellular aging is measurable. Scientists use markers like telomere length, inflammatory cytokines, mitochondrial DNA damage, and epigenetic clocks. While no single food stops aging, dietary patterns rich in these foods consistently correlate with slower biological aging markers. Epigenetic studies show diet influences DNA methylation patterns associated with aging. That means your lifestyle directly influences how your genes express themselves. The truth is, after 60, the body becomes more sensitive to poor dietary choices, but also more responsive to nutrient-dense foods. Even short-term dietary changes can reduce inflammatory markers. Within weeks, improvements in insulin sensitivity and endothelial function can occur. The body has remarkable capacity for repair when given the right inputs. If you are over 60, you do not need extreme diets. You need consistency, daily extra virgin olive oil instead of refined oils, fatty fish several times per week, a handful of berries most days, regular servings of cruciferous vegetables, fermented foods integrated into meals. These simple changes influence cellular pathways in measurable ways. Longevity is not about chasing immortality. It is about compressing morbidity, reducing the years of frailty and disease at the end of life. Research shows that dietary patterns rich in anti-inflammatory, antioxidant-dense whole foods extend health span. Health span is the number of years lived in good health. That is the true goal. The idea of an ageless diet is not about reversing time. It is about slowing biological wear and tear. It is about maintaining mitochondrial vitality, preserving muscle, protecting the brain, stabilizing blood sugar, and calming inflammation. Science now confirms that what you eat communicates with your genes. It influences whether inflammatory pathways are activated or suppressed. It affects whether mitochondria produce excessive free radicals or efficient energy. It influences whether telomeres shorten rapidly or more gradually. After 60, your biology is not fixed. It is adaptable. The food choices you make every day are molecular signals. Choose foods that signal repair rather than inflammation. Choose foods that support resilience rather than degeneration. The evidence is clear that dietary patterns centered on olive oil, fatty fish, berries, cruciferous vegetables, and fermented foods create a biochemical environment associated with slower aging markers. The most powerful anti-aging strategy is not a pill. It is a pattern, a daily pattern repeated for years. That is what changes biology. That is what protects cells. That is what allows people, in their 70s and 80s, to remain strong, mentally sharp, and metabolically healthy. Your age is a number, your biology is a process, and that process is influenced every single day by what you put on your plate. Subscribe Senior Health Focus for more amazing videos.